It is the Riot. Good morning. Welcome in with not just Nikki and I, but our special guest, friend of the show. Although it's the first time I'm getting to talk to him, it is Mike Maines.
Yay!
From Mike Maines and the Branches, of course.
Good morning. You said Kansas. You're in some hotel room?
Some hotel room in Wichita, Kansas with a beautiful painted window here.
Well, may I suggest everybody hop on to RadioU Riot real quick on our Facebook page, because when I first saw it, I thought there was a window next to you, but you're saying that's just painted. There's
no real window. No
are
real
you in
window.
Are you in a basement? Is that why they had to do that?
Even stranger, we're on the second floor, and I thought they must have really had to cut costs back.
Oh my gosh.
Mike, what you got to find out is you got to go around to the hotel, because what is on the other wall must be so bad. Even get, like, what's back there? You need to find out.
Yeah.
So what had you in Wichita, Kansas in the first place?
Driving back, Shannon and I took a vacation, and we're kind of taking a road trip back home through Wichita, go to Memphis, and then we'll be home by Tuesday. Just kind of doing some pit stops. We're going to go to Oklahoma City today. We were on tour there a couple of weeks ago, and we had a day off, and we thought, how is Oklahoma City so cool? No shade at Oklahoma City. We just didn't realize. We had no idea. It was like it had this Austin, Texas feel to it, which was like very artistic, a little bit of grit, and we thought, okay, this is our spot, you know. So we're gonna stop through there. I think we're going to the zoo later today.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna see about a grizzly bear.
Actually, there's no real zoo. It's just all painted on walls there, too. So you're just going to be disappointed you're not getting that.
I'm going to definitely get my money back.
I know. We're talking to Mike from Mike Maines and the Branches. So for when you go out to tour, because you guys tour so often, I mean, getting back into it, but do you ever go to a city and you're like, oh, I want to go back and actually visit here on a vacation, because it is so neat? Because you only get to see so much when you're playing a show at night.
Absolutely. One of the cities that we really want to go back to is Portland, Oregon. That's a city I get to take in a little more of the city than the rest of our bandmates, because I really enjoy running on tour. So we'll load in, sound check, and I'll throw my running shoes on and run around the city. So that's a nice way to take a little bit more in. But you're absolutely right. It's difficult. You're working. So Portland's a place we'd really love to get back to. I'd love to get back to Austin again, and then Oklahoma City this trip, just because it was such a surprise. Again, everyone in Oklahoma City is going to hate me for saying that, but it was really, really cool.
Well, make sure you listen or looking around, Oklahoma City listeners, for Radio U to see Mike running around.
Yeah, you're going to find people spotting you at the zoo now.
Yeah,
they're going to come not to see the animals. They're going to try to catch you guys.
Well, for Mike Maines and the Branches, coming back for Radio U Ohio listeners, it has been too long, but Mike Maines will be coming back on August 20th to Columbus. So if people want details on that, definitely check out RadioU.com. Is it weird to be back to finally playing shows and traveling and getting back out on the road?
It's been insane. We just finished this backyard tour, and then Switchfoot asked us to play a show with them last weekend, which was absolutely crazy. So we jumped on a plane and did that, and it was just a complete whirlwind. And in doing that and talking with John and those guys, and it feels like everyone is in this headspace of, we kind of can't believe that we're playing shows. It feels like a dream. And because of, the way that everything happened during the beginning of the pandemic, we're sort of waiting for the shoe to drop, but also just really glad to be playing,
Yeah.
And I picked up that from those guys, just this re-energized love for playing live. And for us, we just feel deeply grateful that people still want to come to shows and experience it. I think we've all just been a little cooped up for too long.
Yeah. Got to get back out there. Well, I was talking to someone. They were like, oh, then it must be so nice for bands to just have a break. But with how long that break was, I don't think people realize that, bands, that's the life. That's that touring. That's getting out and connecting with fans. And they thought it was nice to have such a long break. But I think for bands, like, you have to get back out there and do that to connect with people and play the music. And that was going on longer than everybody kind of thought it would. So it's just so nice to see everybody doing shows again.
Yeah, I'm grateful, and like you said, Nikki, I mean, for us, that the part where we're able to connect, to share our songs and talk about where the songs came from and meet people during the show, those are easy ways to kind of measure your impact, which, I guess I realized that maybe one of the reasons that I got into this business is I need affirmation. I need
DJs are no different.
Yeah, we're right there with you.
So it's just good to know that you're making an impact. It's easy to get pretty introspective and in your head, especially the way that it's been for us all the last 15 months or so.
So you've got the show coming up in Columbus. That's on August 20th. And what other plans do you have going forward, or is everything just kind of out in the open? Or, are you flying in the wind?
More trips to the zoo, or
right.
just more vacations or any other shows?
You can find me at this window staring out at the birds.
But nobody will be able to see in. So.
No one.
I still love that window.
We're finishing up our. Right. We're finishing up our next album, and that'll be done in the end of August. We're probably going to be releasing a new single before the end of the year, which I'm extremely excited about. And then everyone can expect a new album from us by probably spring of 2022.
Yay.
There we go.
Well, for Mike Maines and the Branches, we say this every time we talk with them, and Shannon as well. Just amazing in concert. Like, they just bring so much to their songs, and then when you get a chance to see them in person. So for RadioU Ohio, don't forget that show's on August 20th. For Oklahoma City, don't forget the zoo. Don't forget all the chances to see Mike Maines and the Branches. And then we are super excited about hearing new music, too. We cannot wait.
Thank you all so much.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll have a chance to hear that soon. But you want to play Gonna Get Through This?
Yes, let's do it.
Yay. Thank you so much, Mike. We appreciate checking and catching up with you this morning.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Always. Thank you all so much.
Hang tight.
It is the Riot.